Happy Monday. What's up? It's We Are Live. It's Chris Temman. We're live in St. Louis and Grand Center at Mid Coast Studio. Thanks, everybody, for tuning in. Love you, and I love the man to my left. His name, Tommy Mosslander. He's an intern and a smartass. Good morning, Tommy.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen.
All right. Hello to Travis Terrell in New York. What's up, dude? You got a new background there. What's going on?
Patriotism holds the government accountable. Namaste from Brooklyn.
From a random bodega. What's up?
I don't think that explained what you asked.
No, that's the quote. He did. He read it. That's what that says.
Oh, is that what that says? It doesn't look like it.
Did you go to Michael's?
Oh, okay.
Did you go to Michael's?
No, my roommate did some decorating.
There it is. Chris Gardner's the producer. He's a menthol enthusiast, and he's here in studio controlling the stream. Good morning, Mr. Gardner.
Good morning, gentlemen in St. Louis. Good morning, revolutionary in Brooklyn. And good morning to my walnuts.
See, well, careful now. This is kind of the start of.
Travis has literally become a Black Panther. It seems now.
And it's so funny.
The evolution is complete, gentlemen.
Yeah,
Fair or foul isn't the only movement that's happening.
Yeah, that's right.
No,
Oh man,
it is not.
Travis, did you march this weekend? What'd you do, buddy?
Listen here, white man.
Oh,
I ain't
there he
got
is.
time to differentiate what I do on my weekends and how I try to inspire my community and uplift my people. Hey, that's not necessary.
Sorry, I interrupted your Black Panther party.
Good morning, gentlemen, and everyone in the land of We Are Live. How is everyone today?
Doing great, man. Disappointing thing for the city last night with the Blues losing.
Oh
having
no!
a
Did the
huge
Blues
opportunity.
not unite the city and stop crime and racism?
No.
Because I was told in tweets that this was going to be the opportunity. I saw specifically in tweets that the Blues winning the Stanley Cup was going to unite all 97 municipalities and bring everybody together in one harmony. Did that not happen last night?
You
There
act
were-
like you didn't know anything, but I saw you tweeting
Yeah.
about it.
Yeah. He was all in. He was all in until he found a way to come back and be a smartass
Actually,
about it.
what
There were.
this result actually helps Travis because it helps him
Yeah.
dive into his agenda.
Yeah.
So I understand.
Yeah. And you know what it does for the local economy having a Game 7, Travis? You know, it's been supported by newspaper articles, economists. It's a thing, and I'll take a bow. Thank you. Appreciate
I
that.
thought it was so ironic that an individual would tweet about government malpractice who literally took advantage of the government in which the city he lives in order to settle a debate with his neighbor.
Who are you talking?
Whoa,
What are
yeah,
you
what's
referencing? Can we
happening?
get a background? Do you have?
So,
I mean, is this from
Jimmy the
MySpace?
Cat
What's going
Hayes
on?
sent out the tweet saying
Jim, you're going
that-
after the cat.
Jim,
I love the cat,
Fill
but
me
I
in.
thought his tweet was
What's-
as tone deaf as it gets.
What's the tweet?
That and sure, it was meant maybe in fun, but it was
was meant
saying
in
that the
fun.
St. Louis Blues have the opportunity to do something that elected officials haven't been able to do. Now, Mr. Hayes is, I believe, now an elected official himself, but not within the confines of the city of St. Louis. And he, of course, has a history where he had this long dispute with his neighbor over an addition to the house. It made its way into the news. It got very nasty. A lot of names were exchanged. But then in order for him to get his way, he decided to run for a position in the county he lives in order to stick it to his neighbors.
Because
So
his
I
neighbors
just find
were
it interesting
using.
that he sent out a tweet
Who is this?
highlighting,
Is this the
government
Fox Sports
officials
guy?
Yeah,
not doing
a
anything
friend of
productive
ours.
as far as uniting the city. And he apparently explained to me how the Blues winning the Stanley Cup was going to solve all of our issues last
If you
night.
ever take anything he says on Twitter seriously, then you're part of the problem.
No, it was a pattern of what everyone was tweeting, whether it was Matt Seebeck, whether it
Including you.
was any other St. Louis media personality with more than 20,000 followers. It was people highlighting how apparently the St. Louis Blues were here to save the day. And I think we over romanticize sports to the point where we think it matters to the point where it's going to truly affect the everyday lives of St. Louis. Can we just be excited that the team has got an opportunity to win the Stanley Cup and leave it at that?
No.
Why must it be more than? Why must it unite a city? It's
Have
not.
Have you met people? Number one. And number two, like, you can't cherry pick the cat though.
He's the prince of silliness.
It was.
He says
Hold on.
things in an
looking
earnest
at the
tone.
tweets.
Hold on
says
here.
Things. He says
It
these
was
things.
obviously meant in jest, and he uses that a lot in shtick, especially politics.
Shtickle.
You know that.
Shtickle, even.
You know that. And if you're going to go into the neighbor thing, he was absolutely in the right to go after him and do what he had to, because they were using the backstory I was told by him personally. They were most certainly greasing the palms of city government to get their way. So he's like, well, if you're going to do that, then you know what? Yeah, I'll one-up you, MFer. So, let's calm down on
that. You
that.
should be wearing a tall tee with his face on it, man. Come on.
And
you did what your
I'm
sign
not necessarily
says.
trying to pick on Jimmy the cat. Because,
Right.
again, I love the cat.
Great point. Did you hear
But
Tommy?
I do think the sentiment from a lot of the tweets that you have seen, we've seen it whether it's from Jim Thomas, we've seen it even from my homeboys Ben Fred and Hockman. I get how impactful a Blues win would mean for the city. I get how excited people are. But can we pull back the reins just a little bit and not make this thing out to be the saving grace of the city of St. Louis?
Here's what I'll do.
Hey guys, I know it'd be cool if we all got a campfire, but maybe we should throw a wet blanket on it.
Here's what I'll do. I'm going to host my own watch party, Travis. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to truly unite. We're going to get a flatbed truck, meet me at North Kings Highway in Wabata, and we're going to watch the Blues game. How about that?
Ooh.
I'm going to take it in to North City. We're not just going to focus on downtown and all that. Let's go to North City and have a watch party. Then we're truly united then. Is that better? If I unite that way? Okay.
That could happen. I think the city is excited. And to Tommy's point, yes, I do sound like a wet blanket. But allow me to expand my point. The fact is, I think this happens a lot, whether it was with the Rams or with the Cardinals or the Blues. St. Louis had that sense of urgency to galvanize around sports because it's easy. It doesn't require a ton of work. You can get up, get on the Metrolink, go downtown, get in front of a big screen. You and your homies put on your best Blues gear, drink a lot of beer, and go Blues.
That's a lot of
That's
work.
easy. And people think that's a civic duty. That's not a civic duty. You're not doing anybody a service. You're cheering for your hockey team. So let's pull back the reins just a little bit and stop using sports as the be-all, end-all for a city that needs way more than just a successful hockey team. And it's just annoying to see people take everything that the Blues have done, and now they're trying to extrapolate it over all the problems that plague the city of St. Louis. And that's it's silly and trivial. It's hockey.
Well, it is.
Let it be
that's.
Let the Knicks
Well,
let
that's
the
why you have
Knicks
to
win an
read.
NBA title while he's there, and Travis will show up with a king crown on and say how basketball has done it again, and it's the greatest city on the planet, and we're all united and doing fireworks in the middle of the street.
And that's why you just have to, like, in certain tweets in particular are being silly. You just said it, okay? You know that. Like, some of them are. You have to
We
take
need
them
you.
on a
We need you to
case-by-case
look into the
here.
camera and say you understand this
Okay.
as a personal
Now,
thing.
now,
I need
now
you to
I
understand this.
I understand the broadness of what you're saying for some of them. Others, someone you mentioned, you know the silliness he enjoys. So let's not necessarily include that in some of the
Jimmy the Cat Hayes.
Yeah.
I do love him very dearly. Cat, if you're listening, you're
He
probably
is.
not because you're currently doing
I'm
your own
sure
show.
he's not doing his morning show.
Yeah, and I'm sure he hasn't listened at any point in the 3.5 years we've been doing this. So he probably doesn't even know who the hell I am. Fact of the matter is, yes, I shouldn't have perhaps picked on the cat, and maybe he was indeed being silly. But those type of tweets were just all over my timeline over the last 4 days. And again, some of it was jovial. Some people were just being silly. But there are a lot of people who also were, again, yelling at Stan Kroenke, yelling at the LA Rams account. Like, it's such weird
here's what.
behavior.
I know how to stop some of those tweets.
I was gonna say.
Yeah, I got a way to stop. Stop following
here
so
we
many
go.
sports accounts.
Oh.
Stop following so
That's
many
the thing.
people who like
That's the
sports.
thing. But that's the unique thing about it. It isn't the
Mine's not
sports
filled with
guys
this
just
at all.
doing it. It isn't the sports guys just doing it, though. That's what I'm saying.
Here's the thing. And this is about sports. It's galvanizing because of, especially locally or regionally, however you want to look at it, because there's no debate, right?
Right.
No one's arguing with anyone else about what the idea is. That's why it's like that. You're not arguing over taxes or policy or anything regarding that. You're all focused on the same thing, right? So that's why it's galvanizing, and people jump on it, and just the momentum grows from that.
And I think too.
But I mean, you're right. It doesn't change. It's like when people say, MLS coming to downtown St.
Right.
Louis is the turning point, or could be the turning point. Like
those are
that-
good.
that's-
Those are good branding things.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but that's like, if that's happened,
It's
it's
not
already
gonna
happened.
save our city.
Yeah, that's not. It's going to be things like NGA. It's going to be things like Cortex. It's going to be.
It's going to be
other
people
things.
choosing to live
Yeah.
in urban environments, and I think probably where our this is how things work with Travis. There's a big up top, and then once you get to the root of it, you're like, no, he's coming from a good place.
But I understand. You obviously just seem frustrated because you saw a recurring theme from people.
Yes.
And you know,
and I
you know
want
what
to
it
be
was?
excited.
It was
Right.
Nick Wagner had wrote an article for ESPN. He used to live here and cover the Rams, and went through that stuff. I mean, Nick, when he left, when the Rams left, I mean, he might. I haven't talked to him, but I mean, you might have a little bit of resentment because you know what? That was your job. So, someone's left without a job for a time, but, comes back to visit and writes an article about St. Louis and just that galvanizing thing about sports at times. And maybe, Travis, just maybe, people take it over the top sometimes. Just maybe that'll happen on occasion.
I think when we discussed this about 4 years ago, or about 3.5 years ago when the Rams left, Chris and I had a conversation about how the city need to find ways to go beyond sports in order to unite the city. And it's as if the last 3.5 years, St. Louis hasn't necessarily put anything forward to replace that void. And conveniently enough, the St. Louis Blues go on an historic run, gets the entire city excited again. And we're right back to where we were when the Rams were here in town, where we're relying on sports to be that galvanizing point for this city. Now, yes, sports are going to have that effect, but for then people to say that it's going to have some type of, there's going to be this civic outbreak of harmony and pride, and things are going to all of a sudden turn the corner because, Vladimir Tarasenko is playing lights out in the Stanley Cup Finals. That just seems like we're back to where we were with Stan Kroenke and hoping the Rams make the playoffs in order to justify them staying in St. Louis. It's back to us again relying on things that we don't necessarily control to dictate the future of our city. That bothers me, that we put so much emphasis into our sports. Let sports stand on its own. 40,000 people came downtown to St. Louis. That's excellent for business. That's excellent for the bars and for the hotels. That's great. Let's leave it at that. It doesn't have to be this huge thing where it's supposed to galvanize the region. Just let it play its role. Stop making it more than what it is, because if you do that, you're going to set yourself up for disappointment every time.
Okay, we're no longer allowed to use the word galvanize today.
Would you be
Okay.
feeling this way if they would have won last night? Would this conversation even be happening?
I would be excited for the St. Louis Blues winning the Stanley Cup, but I also know there are probably 13 murders that took place over the weekend in the city of St. Louis that would have probably still have happened whether the Blues won or not.
I don't think the number was that high, but I'll have to check
Quite-
your sources.
If it wasn't
Reveal
that
your
high,
sources.
If it wasn't that high, the last month certainly is that high. That's for
Yes.
sure, and that's unacceptable.
I mean,
too.
you're right. You're 100% right, but I wonder if this is just happening because.
Well, they did get their ass kicked last night.
Yeah.
So I'm
No,
a
they
little-
Somebody's
did.
in a bad mood.
They did. That's what I'm saying. I don't know if this
They
would be
didn't just lose,
happening.
they literally got their asses kicked on national television.
Right.
I don't care.
That's a
This
This is
great.
called.
in front of my
This is what we
Brooklyn
call a
friends.
coping
That's
mechanism.
great analysis there, Tommy. I will
Thanks,
say we've got some comments, and We'll get to those in just a moment. We do have fair or foul that we'll want to get out real quick.
There were several deaths this weekend.
Yeah, it's horrific. $10 to
normally
Southtown Pub is your prize. Fair or foul? The St. Louis Post-Dispatch jinxed the Blues Stanley Cup chances by accidentally running congratulatory ads in one of their editions. That was a digital edition, and you can email us. That's your topic, WAL, W-A-L, at weareliveradio.com. We'll give $10 to the winner that you can use at Southtown Pub. Here is the ad if you're watching the live stream. Congratulations to our champions, the St. Louis Blues. And it's an ad that was placed in an e-edition. Gardner, is that correct?
Mm-hmm.
So it was a quick mistake. There's another Stanley Cup champion thing. Quick fix. It's something that it's disappointing. And I read some comments. Ooh, people were hot. People were hot.
Next week, they're just going to be like, we were psychic. We're sorry.
Yeah.
Well,
Because we're
it's
still
just,
going to win.
Travis, to kind of piggyback your thoughts there about how, sports shouldn't be the way to change a city or whatnot. I doubt running ads in a newspaper, e-edition, changes the outcome of any game in the Stanley Cup final.
Some people in the comments sure feel like it did.
That's just, my take. It's like, I still remember working at KMOX early on. This would have been back in 2002 and 2000 or 2003. And so I'm running a Cardinal game one night, and somebody has a no-hitter going for the Cardinals, and I can't remember who it was, and it's through 5 innings, and Mike Shannon mentions it on the radio. And then a few batters later, the guy gives up a hit. I get 2 phone calls from people calling KMOX. I'm trying to run the effing game. And they're like,
wow.
Mike Shannon just cost so-and-so a no-hitter. You let him know that. And I'll be like, yeah, I'll be sure to let him know. Thanks for the call. And I hang up, and I'm like, my God, the phone rings again. Same bleeping thing.
Yeah.
And I'm like, no, Mike Shannon. Mike Shannon. Have you seen the man? Did not cost so-and-so a no-hitter. Post-Dispatch is not going to cost the Blues a Stanley Cup.
Correct. We've got a few comments.
I'm surprised you're not more superstitious.
This annoys him, so that supersedes the superstition.
Well,
Okay.
I often say I'm a person in conflict, right? I can be
You don't need to
superstitious.
say it. You live it, buddy.
I can be superstitious, but I can also be nihilistic, so it just doesn't matter. And I don't know when I wake up in the morning which one's going to take. Who knows?
So many things being said this morning.
You told me that this morning, and I was like, oh, yeah, that's why we lost.
You did, yes.
That was my first thought.
Question for
I
Gardner.
have crystals sitting here.
Yeah, those have not left. I thought it was a bit, and they remain. Question for Gardner. Do reporters actually bring up the how many at-bats since his last home run stat just to F with fans for that reason? It's from the Black Sheep. From Danny. Travis believes only a hardworking philanthropist can save a city. Like Batman. Is that true?
That would be nice.
Batman would have his hands full here.
Hardworking.
I know. But here's
Batman
my
would
thing.
take it out on the second night on the job.
Yeah.
But here's my thing. Can I also challenge and I'm very excited. I thought it was very cool. Did Jim Halpert come to St. Louis this weekend?
Did he?
I did not see one photo of him. Apparently, everybody and their brother got a selfie with John Hamm, but
I saw that.
I did not see. Jenna Fisher was running around. I
did see that. I think she was on NHL Network.
Yep, she
I
did
think she's going to go. I think she's going to go to Boston with John Krasinski. Goodness, I'm combining their characters and their real life names. But
Jim
I would
Krasinski.
love for all the celebrities, Scott Bakula and oh man, we have Patrick Mahomes and Travis Kelce. I hope we can bring these people back for other things non-sports related.
Now that's very fair. Yeah.
Such as what?
But like
Such as anything non-sports that we can use to galvanize. Like I think John Hamm could be an amazing spokesperson for maybe the city merger,
Celebrity Jeopardy.
That'd be cool.
Well,
Celebrity Jeopardy live at the Fox.
Well, and like some do, like you've seen Sterling K. Brown doing things for tourism in St. Louis and stuff like that. And I think that's along those lines. So that's
Yes.
fair. You want it not to be one thing. You want it to be multiple things, is what you're saying.
Yes.
I can.
Yes.
That I will most
A
certainly
winning
buy
hockey
into that.
team shouldn't be the only thing that gets people who are from St. Louis back to St. Louis.
Well, I mean, a new book out, got Jenna Fisher back.
That's okay. That's
Can we
fine.
chat-
John Hamm's
Can we
friends with Joe
chastise
Buck.
Gardner for not getting out there with the butterfly net and bringing Ham or Jenna Fisher in here? What's your
That's
producer?
all- I don't know
You
where-
call yourself a producer?
Where was Ham drinking? Was he at Cafe Napoli?
Par Napoli. God. I was like, oh, damn it. Like the one place I would never, ever be hanging out at. That bastard is there, man. Our buddy Chris Davis got a
Because
picture with him. Yeah.
I know I saw pictures from Chris that he was at the CWE happy hour that they had going on over the weekend. And when I saw the picture from him, I was like, is he down the street or not?
Yeah.
Maybe I'll just take a Lime scooter up there.
Hey,
but-
Johnny!
Hey, buddy! Introduce you to my friend Sean.
Oh, no.
Oh,
that would be
boy.
amazing.
Oh boy.
We've got people upset. Travis said galvanize.
Yep. Yep.
We got some other. Last night was glorious. That's from
Oh,
Billy Fat
no.
Pants, who's a Blackhawks fan.
Oh, is he?
GF.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, GFY, Billy Fat Pants. From Birch to Travis.
Uh-oh.
Travis, has Ballpark
Oh,
Village
boy, here we
improved?
go.
Has Ballpark Village improved the city? What was it built around?
That's a good question. I think that was the argument that Ballpark Village was going to absolutely save downtown and it galvanize.
Hey!
that-
Can't say
I can't-
galvanize.
But that's what I am only using the word that people have been using in regards to sports.
No.
They said the
We
Cardinals.
just-
But
and
you've
building
used it
Ballpark
900
Village.
times.
I used it first, and I used it twice, and I'm like, okay, that's enough. After you use, okay, we've done
Classic
it enough.
Travis,
so
just
we have to find.
ignoring the rules.
Here, I'm gonna go. I'll look up a synonym. Okay.
That's how like when I say niche 100 times in a row. Sorry.
Well,
You're fine.
that's an example.
Invigorate.
I-
you will use invigorate from now on.
Invigorate. Okay.
I would argue that what the Cardinals see, the problem is, I think it is a great thing, and I think the Cardinals are building this little empire around their stadium, which is totally fine until they threaten to go to Illinois again.
That's a
when they
thing.
want another one. Yeah, those are negotiating tactics used here and there. But
Yeah, but now they got condos.
yes, correct. But then
They've lost that.
then the counter argument, which I do agree with Birch, that's a good point. But the counter argument too is like, how much in taxes are they paying in this? Because it's not anything. I don't know.
What if
They
they don't?
They don't. Yeah, I don't think they pay any.
pay some. Is
Right?
it like
they pay
a-
some?
yeah.
It's something. They got a very sweetheart deal.
Well,
so
they got
at least there's something.
they
there.
got breaks in certain areas.
Yeah,
Can they
for
put
sure.
it as like a city park, or is it connected to the Major League Baseball?
It's connected.
it- 'cause
it's
I don't
their
know-
whole thing. Yeah.
Yeah, I know it's like around baseball, but I don't know if like the city built it or the stadium built it.
Built what?
The Ballpark Village. Does that question make sense?
Oh, it's the Cardinals.
Okay.
Yeah, it's all DeWitt infused.
Because I mean, if
It's
you're
a
gonna,
it's a dangerous dance. It's a really dangerous dance right now, and I don't know. I feel like St. Louis is setting
always the
themselves up
tango.
for a future disappointment. They really have to get off the crack pipe. You got to get off the sports crack pipe. It's gonna disappoint you every single time. And today the DeWitts feel good. They feel great about the city. But what happens when they, as Chris just pointed out, man, O'Fallon, Illinois looks nice. What happens when that dance starts?
they
already
can't. They
control
have no
a vast
leverage.
Collinsville.
well,
has
yeah, and
condos.
it's understandable that they would use that ploy, but I'm saying is what then happens to the city? What then happens to its residents? What happens when another big time billionaire comes along and continues to find a way to pimp out St. Louis just for more tax breaks?
You find another industry, or you stop giving them out. Find more balance.
Yeah, I know what he means though.
I think a lot of people want to find more balance with it. That's with
Yeah.
anything, though,
Your
right?
whole life, you're searching for balance.
Yeah.
Is
How's that going?
Don't see that happening. I do not see that happening. It's difficult.
Travis, we had
Where's Tom Duff? I got to talk to him.
we had what a time for St. Louis Counseling Services live read. St. Louis Counseling Services, they offer services for businesses and individuals around the St. Louis area. They've been doing this since 1955. That's right. You can talk to our friend Tom, who does the podcast Mental Health Matters. Big shout out to them. They do wonderful work around the city. Mental health, breaking down the stigma with St. Louis counseling, and check out the podcast if you haven't yet. They've had a bunch of great guests recently. Mia did it. Travis was a great guest on there. A lot of very, very sensitive topics covered in a very conversational and helpful manner. That's St. Louis Counseling Services, and big fan of theirs. Yesterday, Travis did a one-on-one interview. Highly recommend you guys go check out the interview with myself and Katie Tupin. She's a musical artist who's had a #1 Billboard hit, been on Letterman, Conan, all these things. She's 2 years sober, and whenever she came in and dropped that, I was like, oh, you would have swapped some stories. Boy, Gardner was ready. The conflict is always there, Gardner, and I don't know what I'm even getting to. You do a great job of harnessing it.
We chatted on the way out of the building.
You and Katie did?
Yeah. Just because she asked me about that.
Yeah.
And I said, yeah.
Good conversation?
It was.
Yeah?
It was positive.
Yeah.
It was a positive conversation.
That is good. Back to the task at hand. Get your fair fouls in. We've got a great topic today. We'll give you $10 to Southtown Pub. Trav's in New York. We're here live in St. Louis. Go ahead.
Regarding the fair foul, look, if we're going to blame anything for jinxing it, how about the fact that, let's not forget, the cup was at Telena's?
Yeah. Still taking that round of
You
antibiotics.
want to try and blame the post?
That's a good point.
All right, nice try. All right, I see the idea of doing something like that. But let's not forget they took the Stanley Cup to Telena's on Hampton. Good shot, interesting shot. But nonetheless, it was there. Let's remember that.
And it's got another week's worth of antibiotics before it clears all that up.
Oof.
Who do you think made that call? Like, what do you think the conversation was? Because they were like, we need to take this somewhere where we can get cool pictures. So we
Right.
could take it, like, to one of the nice parks
Right.
or something like that. And then somebody was like, or I know this bar with disco balls on the ceiling.
Looks like a strip club, but it's
What
not a
about
strip
there?
club, and we can go there.
How
might have
about
been-
that?
Yeah, that might have been.
Yeah, I would love to
conversation.
hear that conversation. I'm with Tommy on that one.
Yeah.
I would love to understand how that went down. Somebody get that phone call audio.
Was money passed from hand? I think that.
It had to have been. It had to have been.
Yeah. I mean, Telena's is where people
Of
try to
all
like rob the
places.
place in the middle of it being open at times.
Now that
And
would
I
have been-
I lived like 3 blocks away from there at one point for a number of years, and there were let's
Oh, y'all doing the
once
Stanley
a
Cup
week
photo
cop
shoot? My
cars
bad,
in
dog.
the
I'll come back and rob y'all later.
Yeah.
What if somebody would have robbed it while the cup was there? Do you think they would have
They
taken
could
the
have.
cup?
I wouldn't
much
have
do you
been
think that cup-
surprised if that happened.
How much do you think it's worth?
Well, they tell you it's priceless, Tommy.
Yeah.
They tell you, but like,
I
Could you
I feel
sell
bad
that?
for the 24-year-olds that were trying to get their fingering on, and the cup got in the way.
Yeah.
oh,
Right?
As my dad
Oh.
used to like rain on my parade when I was young, collecting baseball cards.
The guy who drinks wine at 8 in the morning just put his hand on his head. He's had enough.
I added that to
How
the
are you
notes.
comparing drinking wine at 9 a.m. to 24-year-olds fingering someone in a nasty club?
I wrote that down in the notes.
How did you equate the two? How did
I
you
just-
say one's an apple and the other's an apple? How did
I
you
just
do
love seeing what makes you slap your head. That's all.
saying 24-year-olds are fingering around the Stanley Cup is probably what's going to do it.
You know that's
Drinking
happened,
wine at
probably,
9
though.
a.m.
Yeah.
outside of church makes me slap my head. So there. So we're agreed to disagree. Is that applicable? here?
Typical Missouri conservative.
Our bad.
Who had
Pardon
8:30?
me.
Who had 8:30 for the first?
From the look down from the New York ivory tower. Oh man.
We gotta do it. We gotta keep track of that from now on.
Yeah.
Let's hey, Tommy. Let's start noting the time
Okay,
where a first mention of that, something along those, a condescending tone.
And
in
be
that
sure
way
you do
happens.
highlight that Chris and Travis had a brief but respectful argument on fingering and 9 a.m. drinking.
but like, yeah, no, it's in my notes. But like, my thing is, why fingering. If you're gonna make fake 24-year-olds get some, just let them go all the way.
No,
All right.
that's not
True.
going to happen. They're not. That's going to
True.
happen in the parking lot. They
Yeah.
would be inside doing the fingering, and
I clearly haven't been to
okay,
enough.
if I can't say galvanized anymore.
I'm with Travis.
The digitizing around the
oh
cup
man,
is
look at him go.
simply the foreplay. You see, Tommy.
Yeah, there we go.
Yeah, I
Let's
get
cleanse
it.
our palates with a Gateway powder coating live read. What do you say?
They would
no,
enjoy
no,
that.
no, it's
Hey.
Talk about another story.
Stop. Break. 1.
Let's talk about how rusty the Cardinals are. Okay, they got their ass kicked by the Cubs this weekend.
Yeah, so they're like the
very
hockey team.
rusty. They're janky. They're very dusty looking, and they could use perhaps Gateway powder coating to turn their season around. Gateway powder coating. It is fast, durable, and affordable. Say hello to the boys down at the shop.
Who?
Say
Who?
Travis sent you.
Who?
If you got a grill,
He's
if you got a
trying, stop
table
it.
that's made of metal, maybe you got a kid amputated leg that's also made of metal, and you need to be like, yo, powder
Prosthetic.
coat this bad boy. They can do it at
They would.
GPC. Some of the finest Gateway powder coaters in all of the Gateway City.
That
Gateway
counts.
powder coating, brought to you by
Nope,
Gateway
they're
powder coating.
bring. I'm not going to argue with that read. I'm a fan. I'm a
Anything
fan.
you need to add?
No,
You
no.
know,
GatewayPowderCoat.com.
When
That's where you find out.
When Travis makes that face he just made, that's when he knows what he's
deep.
done.
He's in. Right. He's like, how many police officers have pulled him over and seen that face
He's like, okay.
after he's been speeding
Yeah,
or something?
I've been caught, but we just roll with
We're
it.
going to go with
Yeah.
this. Yeah, that's how it goes.
Do you guys see the video of the alien?
I did.
Do we have said video?
I did not pull it
Okay.
because it is not real.
Oh.
Definitely not real.
I
There
know-
was
I know
An alien.
some fake security footage that ended up looking
Come
like
on.
a character
Did
from
you see
a
this,
late
Travis?
80s alien movie.
I
No, it looks
did,
like
I saw
Dobby's
it.
house elf. You think it's
It
real,
did,
Travis?
did it like Dobby. I don't know how
What's
they
Dobby?
did it. I don't know what technology. I don't know
you
what
don't-
Photoshop they're using.
He
But
doesn't-
it looked pretty damn real to me. And
It
for
looked
someone
real,
like
yeah.
Gardner to immediately doubt it, I'm surprised that
Yeah.
Gardner isn't kicking off the show talking about this. Aliens are here, and you have photographic video evidence, and you're just brushing it aside?
No, I don't want to.
It could be something other than an alien. It could be some other type of cryptid, but it's definitely real.
What was a lot of the theory that it was a puppet, a puppeteer?
Yeah, but I don't buy that.
Why not? Do you know
'cause
how
it's-
puppeteering works?
I do know how puppeteering
Do you?
works.
How do you
I
know
think
how
there's one
puppeteering
expert on the
works?
show on puppeteering, and
You
he's
know
in
what?
New York.
From a block and a half away from my apartment, so I would be the closest to Travis or I, the closest to puppeteers because there's a marionette place near my apartment.
This man
He's got
doesn't
a
know that
point.
I used to build puppets.
Well, I think we all assumed that.
I did not know that, or else I wouldn't have made the argument I just did if I would have known that, Tommy. Okay.
Yeah, I did that in high school. So
Why did you build puppets?
Because he wasn't fingering a Telanius.
I one time I took and I built a giant Elphaba puppet.
A what?
Elphaba from Wicked.
How do you still have it,
I don't know. It's probably somewhere around
or
my
did
house.
you sell it?
I
you
can
bring it
build.
in?
I can make one. You know,
we
make
make-
a puppet.
I'll make a puppet
Can
of
you make
Gardner.
We Are Live puppet? Yeah,
Oh.
Gardner would be the best. Yeah.
You're gonna make a puppet of me.
I'll make you a puppet.
Travis, do a Gardner voice.
I'm Gardner. I like to go down to the river to pass.
Wait, Travis, do your hands like this. Gardner, now be his puppet.
Look at me. I like chaos.
Here, can I do
have
the
an
voice?
agenda.
Can I do the voice?
Don't mind me. Go karts.
There it is. There, you got it. That covers it.
Pretty good, right?
That's nice work. So we've got
That's how I
two.
learned to
So
spell.
Tommy used to build puppets, and we're just gonna keep going with that.
Well, we just
Look, I'm not at this point. You hired him, and so we're stuck with him.
Again,
So
once
if he
again,
wants to
my-
talk about his puppets, we have
My
to.
vetting process is flawed. Okay, can I say that? I mean, there
Why
I
it
is
is.
that
asked
flawed?
for someone with a nice figure, slight intelligence,
You got
pretty
two of those?
face,
3?
and we
Look at
settled
me.
on Tommy.
yeah.
Huh.
Nailed it.
Okay.
Nailed it.
Look,
now,
watch.
so Tommy, you got to bring in your puppet,
Yes.
or try and find it,
I gotta try and build a new one. Okay.
and your
Of you.
swords.
Billy Fat Pants thinks you were sleeping with the puppet.
No.
Confirmed or
That's
denied?
gross.
Well, I don't know what kind of puppet
Tommy?
it was.
Were you
Tommy,
trying to
look
make
at
it
you.
come to life?
She have it.
Tommy,
Oh,
did
don't
you-
say come to life. Come on.
Oh,
Here,
no.
here, puppet. Let me be Pinocchio.
Oh.
I'm gonna tell lies.
Gardner would have preferred its nose grow bigger.
Travis,
Am I
I'd
the
qu-
only one that got some damn sense on this show?
I'd quit.
Yeah,
I would retire if I were you right now. You got a
Look,
bright
man.
future.
Are your fellows
Time
watching?
to hang it up.
Is that why you were the way you were at the beginning? Are your fellows watching today?
Oh yeah, he's like, yeah, I'm gonna get those. St.
Watch this.
Hicks.
Watch me get these hayseeds.
Man, y'all. Oh. Can y'all just behave just once?
So that's a
Why y'all
yes.
keep embarrassing for me in front of my new friends?
I built a puppet last week, but it was a hand puppet.
What kind of hand
What do you
puppet?
mean
was
you
like
built
out of
a
a bag.
puppet last week? What do you, Tommy?
What?
Don't. How much time do you have on your hands?
A lot.
Why don't you use them in your act?
Because I'm
Ooh,
not a
good point.
fucking weirdo.
And the nerd becomes the jock. So perfect.
How did that just happen?
Yeah, I like that. I like that. So
I hate-
Tommy
I'm
looks
not
down on
Jeff
ventriloquist.
Dunham.
You know what? And you're not selling out Chaffetz either, are you?
No,
pal?
I'm not.
Yeah. I've never seen his act. So
Damn it!
I-
This
yeah.
all started because I thought I had a good argument because there's a marionette place down the
There-
street for me, and effing Tommy used to build puppets.
You never thought you'd get out puppeted.
No. Well, you and like you played your gotcha media on me like he doesn't know I used to build puppets, does he?
How about
Yeah, I did.
How about from Sean? And I'm going to take this because I think it is important.
Oh, yeah.
Sean drops a comment, not trying to change subjects, but how did Travis's date go this weekend?
Oh.
The people want to know because you chose to share it, Travis. Nobody's picking on you. That's what we need to know. What's going on, man? Did
It
you,
was it was a very nice date.
It didn't happen.
Impressed her with my wit. But here's the thing. So she did some research on me,
Uh-oh.
and she discovered that I did a little show called We Are Live.
She knows about it.
And the first question she asked was, "Why are my tweets protected?" And
That's really
I
weird.
said, because I don't trust the people that I work with, and I don't trust people in general. But she had a list of questions because she had done some in-depth research, and I forgot that people can Google me at any point that they want.
I don't
And
like
so
this girl.
it was fun. I had a good time.
Doesn't sound fun. Sounds like she's got a little bit of a problem called being a little too nosy. I don't like that.
No,
Well, she needs to
I
You're not
know-
going
live
to
my
show up.
life
You're
in-
not going to show up with a roster of
She need-
questions.
She
No.
needs to know what she's getting into.
Exactly.
I don't
Hey, man,
like
this
it.
is 2019. You can't be too careful when it comes to people you meet for the first time in public. So it was a lovely time. I really enjoyed myself. It was a fine evening, and you guys would have been
Yeah,
happy
she
for Travis
talked about
because I
him.
represented very well.
Did you Google her?
No, I don't need to do all that.
Because that's weird. That's not normal.
Can I ask how?
No, it's not. That's typical.
No, I think it's weird.
How did you guys meet?
Through a dating app.
Okay. And this was in
No,
New
that's
York.
not.
No, it's not
A
weird,
lot of
Chris,
women do
because it
that.
is New York, and New York's a big place, and there's a lot of weirdos. And you
Thank
never
you.
know what you're gonna run into, so maybe do a
Very
little bit of
true.
research.
I like just going right after it.
Yeah, but never mind.
But
It
you
makes
also
You're a very
you also
large
like
person.
date third cousins, so that's different. So I mean, you already know them. You know their aunts. You know their family. You know the family
that cool?
line.
That's
so
so
That's
loaded.
okay, though.
That's so loaded and so rude.
But it's okay.
Is this
So
true?
rude.
Wait, is there something here that I
There's-
don't know about?
There's nothing here, Travis.
There's something
if
here.
if he thinks
There's
he has a
something
morsel, he'll use it for 10 plus years.
I like how you're responsible.
Yeah.
That's so rude.
What happened?
First of all, so
Look Look at him.
You don't have to explain the story, Chris.
You're an ass.
I don't care. There's
Please
nothing.
explain
There is
yourself.
nothing. I'll explain it. It makes sense now. Travis called his mandatory meeting with his probation officer a date. That's from Black Sheep. Yeah, she was asking my schedule and
Where
saying,
you
where
living?
will you be at this time? Sean agrees in the comments. I'm with Denman on that. Stage 5 clinger. Lisa is going to. We have the right to Google you. So okay, that's fine.
Are you people on crack? Do you not see what men do to women every day in the news?
I'm with you, Travis.
This is so crazy.
I'm with you, Travis. That's what I said.
No, but that's fine to Google it. But then to quiz you on this stuff is I don't know. But again, too, I don't know the nature of your conversation.
It was a great icebreaker. It was you know why I have nothing. I'm not ashamed of talking about this humdinger of a podcast. I'm happy to talk about what I do for a living. That's no big deal. And again, to Tommy's point, there are so many freaks out here, especially in online dating. I have no issue with someone looking me up, making sure I haven't murdered someone previously.
Billy Fatpants
Have you?
says this show is proof
No
that
comment.
women need to Google before a date.
Thank you. Like, you think anyone would have known Tommy made Muppets in his spare time?
Yeah, I would have told
Women
them.
need to know
I
this.
I would tell them. I had a girlfriend when I was doing that.
What?
That's the weird part.
When you're
Did
doing
you
what?
guys-
Was the
Building
Muppet the
puppets.
girlfriend?
Oh.
No, it was like a different girl. She really hated it.
Did
Oh,
it?
I thought you guys might have
didn't
used
involve
it.
the puppets.
No,
That was my
no,
next thing.
she.
Do they like to watch, Tommy?
She really
Is it
didn't
okay
like
if
some
our
of the
puppet
things I
sleeps
used
with
to
us
do.
tonight?
What was
No.
that, Travis?
So is it okay if the Muppet can sleep with us tonight? Did Tommy ask those kind of questions?
She didn't like my obsession with Pokemon Go or the fact that I built puppets.
Uh-huh.
And just all
What
of
a
my weird.
bitch.
Yeah.
Look at this. Look at you. Should have seen the glare Tommy just gave.
She got mad at me
Tommy,
one
how
time
long have you been playing Pokemon Go to the point where women are bothered by
when
it?
it came out.
Does Buzz? Does
Jesus,
Buzz
that was like
sponsor
6
the
years
game? now?
ago.
Pokemon.
One time she got mad
I
at
heard
me.
that, Deadman.
What did you say?
He called it Pokemon.
Oh,
I was
yeah.
like, does Buzz sponsor the game now?
One time she got mad at me because I met her grandfather, and we were going out to eat, and I wanted to impress her grandfather. So I ordered the biggest steak on the menu, and I forced myself to eat
What
it.
an idiot! That grandfather's like, who does this shithead think he is? You get a burger, you dork. Oh, that's
I like-
hilarious.
He's upset because it costs so much money.
Yeah.
No,
yeah.
he wasn't. He wasn't because he was really cool about that kind of stuff. But like, I wanted to make him think I was a man, because
That's how you do it. So I rode a horse, punched the host, and sat down at the table.
I just ordered the biggest steak I possibly could.
And then he.
And then he went out and changed his carburetor.
But I couldn't finish it.
Did you offer
like-
him the leftovers?
No, I kept going.
Oh.
I ended up having.
How old were you?
This,
It was like 2 weeks ago.
I was 18.
Well, 18.
So then you're trying to show him you're a man, and then
I ended up throwing up on my car.
oh my god.
Tommy.
That's just.
Tommy.
That's how I was when I was 18.
Billy Fatpants.
Oh.
Of course, the young lady quizzed Travis. His opener was, "What that booty do?"
I'd like to see Travis's Tinder. That'd be interesting.
You'd like to see me what?
Nothing. Nothing.
No, what did he say, Chris?
I'd like to see your Tinder profile.
I will pull up my profile. My profile's pretty good.
Have we shown
It's-
my
I don't do
profile? I know I
Tinder.
showed you my.
I don't think on the show. Are
I
you
show-
wanting people to see it
I
on
don't
the show?
care. It doesn't matter.
Okay.
I got a picture of me and a sloth puppet, or not sloth puppet, sloth stuffed animal on there.
I don't know what's happening anymore.
Holy heck.
That's just how it goes.
So when you were trying to show Grandpa you're a man,
Yeah.
were you unaware that he already knew about Pokemon Go and making puppets?
I wanted him to think I was cool.
Uh-huh.
That was really what it was.
Yeah. So
Because I knew like he had an idea about who I was,
Mm-hmm.
and he didn't like me.
My
Why-
God.
Because he knew I was trying to do like comedy and stuff, and he wasn't about.
was
'cause
he like, you trying to be a funny man?
well, he was a construction worker, and he was like,
Yeah, this is
A
dating
contractor.
in Southwest Illinois.
he
You
was a
gotta-
contractor, and he just didn't agree
doesn't
with
compute.
anything I did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just
More
sent
dating
Chris
stories.
and Gardner my profile. So if Gardner has time, maybe next hour, he can put it up on the screen.
It's a big ask.
Here, you can read.
I'll
this.
try. I will try.
Or
Okay,
doing
so we
that
got Tommy's.
tomorrow, but-
So we got Tommy's.
Just read the
All right,
bio.
so
This
Tommy,
is my
what is
bio
this,
on
his Tinder
Tinder.
or his Bumble?
This is my Tinder bio.
Tommy. He's no glasses in the photo, so I'm
Well-
already
Okay.
calling bullshit
Well,
on
because
that.
I didn't used to wear glasses. I had contacts.
Oh, okay. So now they're like, oh, he's a little more Rivers Cuomo than I thought. So Tommy says stand-up comedian for his job. That's automatically something that probably flags people a little more. I'm Tommy, and my hobbies include hang gliding.
Nice.
Hang
Love
gliding and
that.
living. That's not yet. There's still a punchline. Include hang gliding and living with my mom.
This is good. I like this profile.
You like ghosts and aliens? Question mark. Then I'm your guy. Period.
Yes.
I've been told I'm funny. Only in town for 2 hours. You've told us this, and this is very good.
This is a good profile, Tommy.
The truth is out there, and so am I.
I don't think any of this is serious. so-
I will say I think you're gaming the system a little bit. So on Tinder, this is there's a part that says my anthem, and I guess you can have a song
oh
available.
yeah.
It says
Well, to be fair, I'm gonna explain what this song is about. I've played it for Gardner.
okay. It's a song called "It's Not Living," and then in parentheses, "If It's Not With You," by #1 panty dropper band in the world, the 1975.
That is one of my favorite bands. First of all,
The ladies love them.
they do. No, they do.
I enjoy them as well,
and
but
that song is about heroin, so I love it.
and he's got some good pictures doing stand. I think that's a smart move, pulling up anytime you have a microphone on stage, people probably think that's interesting. So yeah, great profile. There you go. Good job,
I
Tommy.
don't know why I don't get more matches.
I don't know. I think because probably when they read that, they literally only see that I'm in town for 2 hours, and they don't even put any context. They're like, nope,
yeah,
see ya.
it's just a joke.
Oh, Lisa says you need to put "I steal my granny's china" on your
No,
on your profile for your job. Maybe?
no.
Thieving china.
That would kind of give
Lisa
you like
also
this,
called me a
this
creative,
rebel
so call that
attitude.
one out.
Yeah. What's that, Travis?
No, I said it would make Tommy look rebellious if he did that. It like, a bad boy.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe you should put that on. Like, he steals from his grandparents. That's pretty edgy.
He burgles china. Yes.
I'm a burglar.
Okay, I got Travis's here. You ready?
Okay.
Let's see it.
Okay.
Can you read it? Or here, I got it on here.
I can
My
do it.
dream dinner guest is Drake's dad, childhood celebrity crush, Ashley Banks. That
He's
makes
lying.
sense.
It's Winnie Cooper. He just wanted to look more woke.
No, here comes the wokeness. If I could donate $1 million, it'd be to eliminating student lunch debt.
That's fair. No, that's not. I'm with you, Travis.
About me,
That's too
Beyonce
good
2020.
for a dating app.
Tacos and tequila are a lifestyle. Studying to be John Wick. Almost finished a book once.
That's funny.
My work in education. Screenwriter at Children Television. Mizzou. My basic info.
Why are you reading
Mail.
like that?
Lives in Brooklyn, New York.
Mine's funnier.
Yours is funnier. I should have had you write my profile, Tommy.
You should do that. Let's have Tommy write Travis's.
You're not gonna like what I write for you.
No, you want to make it work, right?
Yeah.
Be nice.
Okay.
See? All right, just like that.
What a heartfelt episode of We Are Live.
We're all going to learn something in the end, aren't we? We don't know what it is.
You know what?
Oh, I just got another match.
The dating app was in our
Really?
hearts all along.
See
One-
what happens when you stop playing Pokemon Go during the show? You actually get matches instead if you're looking.
See?
I was
Get 'em,
looking
Gardner.
down to go open Pokemon Go.
Oh,
One time,
no. Tommy, Sean wants you to include Master of Puffets in that profile.
was it on the show that you told me that if I gave you my Tinder, that I'd have like 10 matches and 10 dates in a week?
You would.
Yeah, he was really excited about it.
It would not take much.
I think it would, but like, it wouldn't. What would I do after, like, they met me? Like, we go on a date.
You are not.
What am I
you are
gonna
not
do? Talk
nearly
about
as
puppets?
you are not nearly as confident as you were in the texting beforehand. Yeah, I don't
No.
know, but you have to want to do it, and those dates they start adding up. Ugh,
I don't mind.
Tommy, you have to, with all due respect, and Chris is Rico Suave. Don't get me wrong. But Chris is also tall. So
Yeah,
pros
well,
aren't
that's
looking
the thing.
specifically at his profile. They're not looking for his personality. They're not looking for his athletic ability. They're seeing his height. They see Chris is 6'4". That is enough for anybody
What a
within
lazy
100
assessment.
miles of the St. Louis metro area.
What
That's
a
enough.
lazy assessment.
And I know when I get nervous,
An accurate one.
I turn into an.
No, everybody don't shake your. Well,
It's
she's
the
got
way
a
he
point.
said it. It's not what he said. It's
I-
the way he said
damn
it.
Do
And
your
I know,
research,
like-
Chris.
When I get nervous,
Can't use that on me.
I know when I get nervous, I get sarcastic and become kind of an asshole. So I know that'll happen on the date.
So you're
that's-
every white male in America.
Yeah.
Okay.
What?
How about you relax, buddy?
Mark it down where Travis attacks the
Travis
Caucasians.
says I'm a
We
white
need a woke
American.
count too.
Yeah, we do.
Woke, that's twice. He called him a Republican, and now I'm every
Call him a
white male.
conservative.
Let's just say where Travis
Guys,
generalizes
and
everyone
this-
else.
Lisa's saying
Don't do to me what I'm doing to
BDE.
you.
Yeah,
What's
that's true.
BDD?
BDE has
What's
to do
that?
with energy. We'll leave
Oh,
it-
yeah,
we'll
no,
leave
I
it
have
there.
that for sure. But
I don't think you can have it if you're making Muppets, bro.
yes, you can.
I can make the Muppets as big as I want it.
You don't think Jim Henson had BDE?
Oh man.
You
I don't
literally
want-
just said,
never.
you said minutes ago, oh yeah, I made a Muppet last week. That ain't BDE, bro.
It wasn't a
say,
Muppet, it was a-
never say the great Jim Henson's name in Big Dick Energy. in the same sentence
Don't.
ever again. Ever
Cease and
again.
desist.
Travis is gonna
Cease
go
and
around
desist.
the Sesame Street studios down there. Hey,
Did you
Jim
guys hear?
Henson have that BDE?
Did you guys hear?
You know?
Ignorant.
this-
Horrific.
Find out for
Try
us,
to.
Travis.
We should be canceled immediately for. Damn it.
You people
Guys.
make me sick.
Fair or foul today. We want to have a bunch of submissions, so get those in. Here it is. It's a long one, but it's a goodie. The St. Louis Post-Dispatch jinxed the Blues' Stanley Cup chances by accidentally running congratulatory ads in one of their editions. That's your topic. Email us, wall@weareliveradio.com. Travis is in New York. We're here in St. Louis at Midcoast Studio. Check out midcoast.media for more information. Huge thanks to Tech Electronics. Trav, what do you know about Tech Electronics?
I tell you what, Chris, if it wasn't for Tech Electronics, we wouldn't have that amazing studio that you guys are currently sitting in, and we wouldn't be able to communicate the way that we are right now. Tech Electronics is the finest tech electronic place in all of the Midwest.
Yeah.
If you have any needs for your podcast, perhaps you're throwing a concert in your living room. Maybe you're trying to have a recital for your young daughter. Tech Electronics can make that happen for you. If you're trying to add a sound system to your brand new car, perhaps you want to add some speakers to your scooter
building.
when you're heading to work. Call up my good friends at Tech Electronics at 1-800-TECH-electronics.org.
Check out the website, techelectronics.com. Tech Electronics provides systems
1-800
and services.
electronics.com.
put
Tech
.org
Electronics.
in the phone
I have
number?
to fix this. Tech Electronics provides systems and services that help their customers work smarter, feel safer, and collaborate more effectively. Tech Electronics is a technology services organization headquartered in St. Louis, Missouri. That's here. With a network of 9 offices across the Midwest. At Tech Electronics, they specialize in life safety and communication systems in the education, healthcare, construction, government, commercial, industrial, SMB, and worship industries. Be sure to drop them a line. You can check out the website, techelectronics.com. Huge thanks to them for the wonderful studio that we sit in today. Let's take a break, Gardner.
Oh, you want to do that?
Yeah,
Okay.
or do you have something before break?
I have a couple of videos relating to the Blues.
We
and
got time.
Bruins, if you
Yeah,
wanted
let's
to
do
hit on
it.
those
Why
real
not?
Quick. Number one, I don't know if you guys watched any of the pregame last night. Charles Glenn
No, I didn't.
singing his final national anthem.
Oh, that was great.
After 19 years singing for the Blues at whatever the name of the arena has been during that time. A number of things. I think Mayor Cruzen yesterday even declared it Charles Glenn Day in the city of St. Louis. So that was a nice little nod towards Charles Glenn, who's retiring, dealing with MS for a number of years now. But also part of the pregame were some of the Blues alumni trying to get everyone pumped up. You had I'm trying to remember here. You had Brett Hull, you had Bernie Federko, and you had Bobby Plager, all trying to get the crowd hyped up right before first puck, right before the puck dropped. And I'm going to show you a little video of that. My question is, does Brett Hull remember anything from
my
last
God.
night? Remember that. Does Brett Hull remember anything from last night? This is before the game started, folks. So take a look at this.
My goodness.
Hold on. There we go.
I hear birds.
Game, set, and we're here. Let go, Blues!
Bernie Federko, the greatest of all time. Let's go, Blues!
Let's go, Blues!
Look at that.
Oh man. So I'm watching this. I'm watching it with a group of people last night. Some performers in the thing, and all of us, we go, don't hand him that mic. Don't hand him that mic. You're not going to get the mic back. Oh my God.
Did you see Federko looked like he was trying to
He
escape?
did. That was the dude at the party where you're like, I'll say whatever you want to say. Just stop clutching my shoulder.
I watched that and I said to someone, I go, man, if the Blues win tonight, it's really going to suck for Hull because he's not going to remember any of this.
Oh my
Like, he's
God.
not going to remember. One more time. Now, watch Federko's reaction. Just trying to, find a little bit of room to get away from all of this.
He was trying to be professional.
And we're
Flager.
here.
Look at
Oh.
Bernie Federko, the greatest of all time.
Took out his side of his
Let's
mouth.
go, Blues!
Let's go, Blues!
Oh my God. So I thought, wow. So at least Brett doesn't remember the loss, so that's good.
So he's drunk, right?
I'm not
yeah.
going to say anything.
I
You
mean-
may allege something.
He
but
just looked like he was having fun.
He just looked like
we
he was
know
having a
that.
good
We
time.
know he was having fun. How about that?
Okay.
That's what we know.
Okay.
Correct?
How about from the Black Sheep? This is good. He took Gretzky's advice, but he misunderstood. You miss 100% of the shots you don't take. That's hilarious. Oh my God.
Was that a shoebox of S, Travis?
That's a shoebox of S if I've ever seen it.
That may be a
Damn,
lifetime
that's funny.
supply.
Oh,
Lifetime supply for that one.
dude, when he said, "Blue,"
Well, it was also like talking out of the side of the mouth, kind of.
and Federko just said, "Let's go Blues."
Yeah, Federko's like trying not to make eye contact, and you see the shoulder dip
He's
a
like,
little. Just, hey, I need to make sure I have an escape plan here. There's another video too over the weekend. This is from the previous game, where props to the Post-Dispatch. I know they're taking some heat today, but their headline from the previous game: "What a trip!" with the photo of that controversial no call that Bruins fans said really gave the Blues that game in Game 5.
Whiny.
Cam Neely, an executive, former player with the Bruins too, executive now with the Bruins, was upset. And they have the video of him just sitting in the suite, grabbing the water bottle and throwing it against the wall. I think it's Thomas Welch who made a little video to kind of go with that Cam Neely temper tantrum. Here's that one.
That didn't feel good.
If you're listening at home, it cut from Neely throwing it in the executive suite, and it cut to a Justin Bieber concert where he got smoked with a bottle. Looks like whenever he was maybe 14. Like, how horrible is
Oh,
that?
that was great.
Now, I was inspired by that because I'm like, oh, that's a good one. I would have went with a 1D one though. I would have went with a Harry Styles one
Oh.
because there's a Harry Styles one out there. So
Do you have that video?
I made my own.
Here we
Oh,
go.
boy.
Oh, shit. Gardner
Here we
doesn't know
go.
if he has time to clip off a 30-second thing from yesterday, but I love you, so this is amazing.
Well, it's for the show, not for me trying to hit on the guest.
Oh, there it is. They request a clip. Yep, there it is. Yeah. God forbid I ever say, "Oh, I'm excited to talk
That's
to
for
somebody."
you, Travis.
Oh, that's
I
great.
love it, brother. I love it.
All right, now here's the one I made using
Hey, don't
Harry
tell me.
Styles. Oh! Listen to the horror from the crowd.
Are there people screaming? Like he
Yeah.
got shot?
It does look like he got shot.
Oh, that's Gardner. Please tweet that. Please.
I feel like I'm ripping off though. Then.
Nah, it doesn't
No,
matter.
do it. That is brilliant. Put that somewhere.
That was,
so I
Put
can-
in
that
the
was- that was
comments.
well worth it.
Or maybe.
Put in the comments, got idea from whoever
Or
did the first
inspire.
video.
Yeah, maybe I'll give a nod out or something to the other fella.
That was really funny.
So, but I saw that one and I was like, I remember this Harry Styles one, and I'm like, let me see what it looks like. It might work. And I'm like, oh yeah, this will definitely work. This will definitely work.
What about what about Neely does it and it cuts to Bush getting the shoe thrown at him?
I thought of that one. I wasn't sure
That'd
the
have been
angle
good.
was going to work though, but we could probably zoom in some on it. I was also looking for one of just like Travis going back catching the pass from
That'd
Tommy.
be funny, yeah.
Just being thrown to you.
We have a
That's
lot
why
to
you-
get to in the next hour, guys.
That's
We
why
have-
you called me at 8:30 in the morning yesterday.
Yes.
He called me and woke me up. Like, hey, do you remember when you
It's
first made
8:30
that
on a
pass?
Sunday, man. Get your ass up.
I was working, Tommy. That's what I was doing.
Okay.
What were you saying, Travis?
I was saying we have a lot to get to next hour. There is some crazy news with David Ortiz
Oh yeah.
last
even know
night
this.
that I think we got to jump
hear about
into, and some other crazy news. The Golden State Warriors look like they could be going down. That dynasty could be coming to an end. So I think we need to get some menthols inside my good friend Chris Gardner so we can get back to the show.
I think Travis needs to use the bathroom. Let's take a quick break.
Yeah.
I do too, Trav.
We'll take a quick break. It's We Are Live. We'll be right back.